Right here I have my uncle George Cecil Corbin Jr. He's 85 years old. He remembers stories from his dad and his youth days about the Jacket Pond in Sandford St. Philip, not far from Mapps Cave. So we're gonna hear the history of the legend of that pond and how the origin of the famous English soldier's jacket that would float up every year when the pond had water, and when you tried to retrieve it, it would mysteriously sink back under the waters. So go ahead, Uncle Matt, and tell us what you know of this tale.
Mm. Yeah, my opinion is that the soldiers came from the garrison regiment, and then they came up to
Put down the Bussa rebellion.
Yes, related to Bussa. And then the soldiers was crossing, and I don't know if they had a fight or what, but these soldiers, I believe one was drowning. It's quite possible a fellow was drowning, and then the pond then was very deep in those days. The pond would be deep, and then he drowned, and then the other fellas was trying to get back the jacket, was floating on the thing, and then when they take like a stick to retrieve the jacket, it disappeared.
Right.
And so on, and they tried all the time, and they never succeeded in getting back the jacket.
That's how the legend started. That pond is dry now, but up to, I remember even when I was a little boy, it still had water.
Yeah.
You said water from tree houses used to trickle down.
Yeah, we come from tree houses area, come through Bailey's land, and come straight down in there. Because the action pond is on Bailey's land.
Right. Yeah, the grant bought it now, no?
Yeah.
And the cave.
Because the water then, like a suck. The pond used to suck the water, and so on. But due to the rainfall nowadays, not very much.
Right.
The pond really don't pull up as it used to.
And then the stream don't reach it now with the road and all that changing the water course.
Yeah. But then there was another saying that there was an opening in the pond that used to lead people up to Bailey's great house.
Like an underground tunnel?
The soldiers, the regiment blocked it up. After they captured Bussa.
Right.
After they captured him, they said that he used to have a lot of ways to get to there and disappear.
Oh, we see evidence of that in the cave, you know. There's a tunnel heading to the Bailey's Great House direction that was blocked up.
Yeah, because Bailey's Great House was kind of up in the air. So it's quite possible that they had caves and things leading straight up to Bailey's. Because they said that he used to, you see him go through somewhere and then they couldn't find where he was.
That's true. That would make sense why that part of the cave is deliberately filled with mud.
Because he was a leader, you know.
Yeah.
They say he lead the slaves because he find himself down Boarded Hall plantation, and that's where they captured him down there.
Right.
But he would have to walk through all the campgrounds, back roads and all of that to get from Bailey's down there. Because he had people that, from the slaves, he started to gather up people to have a rebellion.
Right.
And the slaves came from different plantations in St. George.
To join him in St. Philip. Alright. Well, there's some good history there, Matt. Glad that we got it recorded.
You know, he had a lot of intelligence, and drums
Mm.
to let the people, the slaves know where to meet him and all of that.
All right.
But different plantations in St. George,
Mm.
it was, I remember the name, what, Victoria or something so.
Mm. Came to